Hello again, Internet, and welcome to Dishonored 2. When I last left off, I had just gotten myself to Karnaca proper by way of one very creaky boat, and had gone through a bit of magical hoodoo in the process of talking to the outsider and getting my powers. So, now I've got all this mess to deal with. Lore, and checking out various things and planning what I'm going to do. To start with, taking care of all of that and scooping up what little money we got left. Funny enough, that little isn't so little given how much raiding I did before. Now, the most obvious thing I gotta sort out is this whole maintenance bit, but first, just gonna shut that. And start checking out various bits and ends of the ship, just to make sure we're still floating and not liable to die anytime soon. Beyond that, I gotta get around and fix that. And for another, I gotta set me my controls. Get to checking all on the things and grabbing more lore as I go.
Dunwall seems so far away. I'll come back soon, Father. I promise.
Because not only do we have lore, but we have a rune to fetch before we so much as leave for the land of fun and madness and probably excessive stabbing.
My father's birthplace.
Huh. Well, wonder if I could maybe go over there and say hi. But first, swimming to the bottom and getting my mitts on a rune. Because those are the glorious power source that's going to lead to me being nigh impossible to catch. So to start with, gonna grab this, just so I'm able to navigate the nonsense. And going from that to Sokolov's room. Checking out the various bits of lore. Scooping up the goodies. Reading more lore. And finally having a listen.
Dearest Emily, or must I say, your Imperial Majesty, I have something that you and Corvo must hear at the first opportunity. It concerns the murders happening across the Empire, committed by this so-called Crown Killer. When I left Bristol years ago, I swore I'd never again take part in any further political matters. I've done my share of bad things, and some good, before and after the Red Plague. But here in Karnaca, I've uncovered a terrible conspiracy against you. Here, at the bottom of the Empire, the cobblestones smell of death and corruption. life, but please do not trust anyone.
There you are, old man. I was asked to pay you a visit.
Wait, what's wrong with you? Megan!
Off we go, Sokolov, to somewhere more private.
Oh, that's needlessly creepy. At least there's some zen in sort of wandering the boat, getting to find every little tidbit that's hiding in places. Oh boy.
Why is this here? It's Delilah. Anton started it just before he was taken. They've got history, but he wouldn't say more.
More lore tidbits.
It looks like the overland route to the Addermeyer Institute goes through the carriage station.
Though I gotta figure out if that's internal or external.
So the Crown Killer was a tool of the Duke's coup. The murders had a calculated effect. Sokolov seems so much older now. You're up. When you're ready to talk, I'll tell you what I know. Mortimer Ramsey. The Duke couldn't have pulled off the coup without someone inside the City Watch. 2 weeks. I hope Sokolov is all right. Wherever he is.
Oh, on the opposite note, we know where this guy is, and we know he's clearly probably not well.
I don't know Duke Luca Abel, but Corvo served under Luca's father and said Theodanis was a good man. And the blood flies are bad this year. Delilah. My aunt, if that's really true. She has a twisted way of looking at the world.
So let's get to the job.
All right. You've explained part of it. But what were you and Sokolov doing here? The old man loved Karnaca, but he'd caught wind of a conspiracy tied to the Crown Killer. He wanted to warn Corvo. There are reports about tensions rising, corruption, street violence. I didn't give it much mind. Usually the local authorities resolve that sort of thing. The new Duke has let things slide. But Sokolov concluded he might be the head of the conspiracy. He came in looking shocked, and if you've heard his after-dinner stories, you know that's unusual. We were going to set out for Dunwall, but something happened. The Crown Killer. Yes, the hatch ripped open and Sokolov screamed. All I caught was a glimpse of someone carrying him across the deck. I followed as long as I could, toward Addermeyer Institute. It's run by the alchemist Hypatia. Maybe the Duke is using a patient of hers, the Crown Killer. Addermeyer. All right. I'll get inside. The Crown Killer has to be eliminated, and if the alchemist will cooperate, maybe I can learn something about what happened to Sokolov. Wish me luck. If you need my luck, Sokolov's as good as dead. When you get done at the Institute, disable the watchtower. Once it's down, I'll bring the boat around. We'll take the skiff to the shore when you're ready. It's Dr. Hypatia. She seems to represent the good that's possible within the Empire.
More lore hiding about, and finally the way out that, thankfully, leads to how we are going to pop open that door that I looked at earlier. We go in here, through the back, getting additional goodies, yet more lore, incendiary crossbow bolts, and we crack open the door. Wait. Where'd Foster? Probably close the door on our way out. Sometimes I think that woman could teleport.
Ready for me to drop you at the docks?
always ready for this nonsense.
Let's go see the streets where my father grew up.
Off we go then.
It won't do to be recognized.
And lo, begins the actual mission component of the Edge of the World. We've left our rickety-ass boat of an HQ.
I'd take you to Adamire by boat, but security's too tight. The Grand Guard have a watchtower there. Go inland and use the carriage station. Before his death, the old Duke of Serkono spent decades building up Karnaca. After Duke Luca Abel took over, he started draining the wealth out of the city as fast as he could. Orgies and week-long feasts.
Having more fun here than we were in Dunwall, it seems.
Watch yourself on the way to Adamire. The Duke's given the Grand Guard run of the city. Strangers get attacked on sight.
I'll keep my head down.
The heck is up with my anti-aliasing?
Reach Adamire, take out the Crown Killer, and find out where Sokolov was taken. The alchemist, Hypatia. She'll help if she can. Sokolov likes her.
I'll see you later at Adamire. Just wait to bring up the boat until after I've disabled the watchtower.
And here we are.
Welcome to Karnaca, stranger.
What ship is that out there? You know the sky.
Relatively low chaos.
The dreadful whale. No.
Means people are more chill. And more likely to let me take all of their stuff.
Let's give it a day. Let's see what you got.
I don't feel safe. What is wrong with this city?
Start with, I'm going up here.
If you want my advice, just pay the fine and be done with it.
Because up here, well, if I could make it up there without tripping over my own face.
That's Adamire in the distance.
Pretty. With bonus whales. But me, now that I've actually, not mucked up the run, I need to go in here. Because paintings equal money. And money makes this game go around with utilities. More money. Couple of extra tidbits of food. And me Spider-Manning my way clear across the area. So you're gonna start with just scooping up a bit of whalebone charms. Actual whalebone. More money.
I'm sorry, every now and then one of those Grand Guard bastards.
Yet
pulls a
more.
stunt like that. It's getting worse. But I might be able to help you out.
And on top of that, there's a little secret here that you would usually have to pay for. But because I've run through this game before, I'm aware of where this is. And this little treasure trove lets me some gear, preemptively. Very nice gear. And honestly, goodies are nice, goodies are buyable, but the more goodies one can get for free, the better. Which is why I'm scoping out every tidbit of whalebone I can get my mitts on, because crafting is going to be a thing of importance. And if I could just stay on the whale, that would make actually getting to where I want easier. Because I've got a little bit of business over here where the black market is.
In the Duke's absence, I have the following announcement. Duke restrictions are now
More money.
to the political assassination conducted in the name of the former Empress.
Hey there. What have you got for me? Oh, you're kind. Thank you. If you want to get past that wall of light, I've heard people sneaking through this blood fly infested apartment. Going through there will get you to the other side of that Grand Guard checkpoint.
Homeless people talk a lot. And they come up with really handy tidbits of info.
See you sometime.
Now, while he has a point, there's a couple other ways around. One of which involves this one.
Come here.
Sort of. Because this,
I have something that might interest you.
Mindy here, has another job for us.
My name's Mindy Blanchard, and you look like someone who goes into places where you don't belong. Want to help me with something? You scratch my ass, I'll scratch yours.
I need to get to Addermeyer Institute. Can you help me with that?
Yeah, I know how to do that. You go get a body for me, and I'll help you with your problem. Don't worry, he's already dead.
A body? That's odd. From where?
The overseers are holding him at their outpost. They think he was a kind of a witch. I want the body for reasons of my own. Sneak in and take it. Then meet me in the old basement below the dentist office near there.
I'll think about it.
Now all I gotta do is just head through here.
Are we gonna let a few blood flies stop us?
I'm in. Just remember to move slowly, and don't get too close to the nests.
We don't even know if the people inside had any money. We just know they're dead, and the place is infested with blood flies.
Carl, going through there puts us on the other side of the wall of light.
Same thing that beggar said.
City as bad as I do, this is our chance.
No, more likely we all get stung to death.
But what I'm gonna do instead
Blood flies for the next group of idiots who try to get inside.
is drag his dead ass over here and dump him, because I've got one more thing to take care of in this little apartment. Because this little apartment has a whole host of goodies and additional money. And the more money I get, the more free goodies I get, the more zen I'll feel, because then I won't be worried about getting all my stuff together. Stinging bolts, huh? Free grenades. And, funny enough, an indicator of how one can go about robbing the shop downstairs. But I think I'm not going to bother, because I've got more than enough money to just buy what I need. Why go through all the effort? The hell?
Underground market. Illegal trade means weapons and ammunition.
How do you see me through the wall? Pop that latch.
Enjoy the air here. I, for one, a new customer with coin, I bet.
And to start with, I am going to make sure I am fully stocked on the good stuff.
Business. I'll take that deal.
See, a rune
Won't regret it.
that I had more than enough money to buy. And then there's this thing. This sunken supply box, which I already have gotten because I knew where it was.
This is what I have for upgrading your equipment.
Now this is the blueprints that we have, and the only one I care about right now is additional bone charm space, because I'm going to be getting a whole zillion, billion, million of those, and I'd rather have the space to use the eventual crafting.
I shouldn't deal with strangers.
Now, let's see. Got my stuff. Got my various entryways and exits taken care of. Only things left to do is head on through the alleys and such to get to various other locales. But that
I miss the time when I could go to sleep without wondering if I'd wake up.
is gonna have to wait until next time. So until then, I shall see you all around the internet.